All right. Do you want to know a hero other than Ricky that is actually very strong in lane with Inkswell Jenkins? I
Wait,
know
let me
this
think.
because
Let
in
me
my
think.
very high level pub game, I actually went 0 and 8 in laning stage as an underlord against it. Okay.
Juggernaut?
It is Grimstroke Weaver.
Oh, okay.
Destroyed me. I didn't know what to do. I've never fed down mid, but that's as close as it gets. I was just feeding in lane left and right.
Did you have a sentry in the lane?
Of course not. I'm
Yeah, I
talking
figured.
about my
Yeah.
pubs. All right. You think I'm
Okay.
going to buy a sentry? Jesus.
Okay.
What is going on with Weaver there, Jenkins? If you could speak to that, because I know it's a prominent pickup in cores. I see, Mason play it plenty. Looking at the Pro Tracker, Fear, Gork, Envy, everybody's still playing it. It's getting a lot of playtime in pub plays, but never seeing playtime in captain's mode right now. Why is that?
I think it's like a decent answer to a lot of offlaners, but he's like a shittier version of Monkey King and Ursa, which are very popular. Like the Underlords and the Beastmasters and Legions and stuff will lose to Weaver. But you don't really out carry something like a Monkey King or like a Troll or Juggernaut. That's the problem with Weaver. He's like very middle of the pack. If you're really good at it, you can make it work. Like if Mason was playing competitive, it would be all over NA. But the thing is, like, we just don't have any prominent Weaver players that are actually playing competitive. Like if Yawar played a lot of Weaver, we'd probably see it because it's good enough, but it's not good enough to make it work its way into other people's drafts, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we have had in the meantime a Lady Death Prophet slip into the A-team draft.
There she is.
It's kind of, imagining the off-lane setup here. So how do you feel about a off-lane setup between what, Death Prophet, Shadow Shaman, Death Prophet, Grimstroke? Maybe Shadow Shaman, right? You can't really do much with Inkswell as a Death Prophet from range.
True. Yeah, I would say they need some Inksweller guy right now, something to benefit also from the Alacrity. It would be cool to have some sort of beefy frontlining guy, or maybe like semi-beefy frontlining guy to actually benefit from the pushing that they have. Like they have Death Prophet, they have Shadow Shaman, even Invoker with the Forge Spirits is decent at pushing. Okay, now you have to answer the PL2 though, which is problematic. That's a lot of conditions you have to satisfy, I think.
So is this off lane Void Spirit? Is that what this means?
10 seconds remaining.
Good question.
Do they play position 4 Void Spirit at all? Do you guys know?
5 seconds remaining.
Not
MSS?
often. From what I saw in like the last 15 games, it's always been Quinn. So, but I know he does play it. I know he also does play Monkey King though. So,
well, yeah, from position 1 standpoint, even Yawar plays both these heroes, right? The PL and the Monkey King. Both are, I guess. I know PL used to be old school counter to Invoker mid. How does Monkey King match up? Is that still, I assume, fine since he's basically ranged?
Yeah, I think so. I think both of these heroes will do fine against Invoker, which presumably is why they picked both of these heroes. Good against Death Prophet as well, because they're just flexible. They can put these anywhere depending on like where the side lanes go. Like hell, this might be a support Invoker still. It's actually so hard to read into this A-team draft, which is good. Like we wanted to see the like flex in the pocket strats. Like this is it. This is good.
Yeah, really curious what's going to go. How many boxes to check here, as you want to have something that can represent the lane well, but also be able to go toe-to-toe with the likes of a Monkey King and a PL. And I can't think of too many heroes that could do that. And the ones I think of, I don't feel great mentioning. Like Medusa, I don't know. Well, it can have an answer for both of those.
So, okay,
welcome a fight.
Let's figure out our boxes here. So we probably want something to combo with the Grim. Otherwise, the Grim's looking weird. Okay, we need something to deal with PL because there's no illusion clear. So that's a must. Do we need to deal with the Monkey King? I don't think so. I think Monkey's kind of okay in this game. There's a bunch of ranged heroes. They have disables. So we'll say we need something that deals with Monkey King. We need something that that deals with PL. We need something that combos with Grim. So Battle Fury heroes, I guess, is like somewhat of a...
Oh, it would be a Phantom Assassin maybe then, right? Inkswell.
Sure.
Maybe.
Not bad.
Or is that a bad matchup against?
No, PA's okay. I mean, I still think Ricky's fine. I mean, I still think Ricky's okay as long as you feel like, oh, it's banned.
Oh, he's been banned.
That's
He got
definitely
banned at
why
the
it's-
end.
yeah,
I was
okay.
going to mention that. It's good. It was a good call from before, but they were onto it.
Well, what do you think of like Radiance carriers, like a Wraith King? Is that just trash against PL since he goes to Fusel?
Yeah, I think now especially you don't want to go for some Radiance carrier against this SD hero. This is the cool thing about Quincy's drafting is like they cover so many bases that it feels bad to pick a lot of the heroes in Dota, and they
Right.
force you to pick something you're not necessarily comfortable with. So that,
And now they have
yeah.
the
Oh,
setup for LSA as well. Very easy setup.
yeah. So off lane, Void Spirit.
We have no idea. I actually don't know. Like it could be awful. I mean, I see Seb playing this off. Oh, they do go for the Wraith King. Okay, I see.
I don't know about that though. I don't know. I that could be one of those
Yeah.
like we're settling with a comfort core pick that's still available for us to use. You know, Wraith King. A lot of the lineup on Quincy's side loves these long-winded fights, as this Wraith King does. So, digest it real quick, gentlemen. We're gonna have to throw it over. So process it for what it is at face value, and give me your prediction, Suns fan.
Quincy crew. Yeah, I feel like you can't go Radiance on Wraith King, but you kind of have to. Like, is Mjolnir Wraith King even a thing? Like, the old Armlet Assault is not going to do anything against PL. So I don't. Tough game for A team.
I'm gonna go Quincy. I think their draft is very nice. Not much left to pick. It was hard for us to figure out.
All right, let's see if the casters can agree. We have, of course, Lyrical and GoDz going to be on the mic. Let's throw it their way after a short break.
Oh, hello and welcome back, all you fine folks out there. We got game number 1 of our second series here. Quincy crew facing off against the A team. GoDz panel seemed pretty convinced that they were feeling the love for Quincy crew. I feel like that's maybe the name, but they did seem to like the draft. How do you feel about the drafts?
You know, I don't think it's a major outdraft. Like, I think the Wraith King last pick was probably the best hero left. Kind of, I think it's a good point the panel say where Quincy crew did put them in this position where you're not going to feel great about the Wraith King, but end of the day, it's the most comfort pick, it's the most meta hero, and the Radiance build, I actually think it's fine against the Shadow Demon because you can just toggle the Radiance when you get disrupted.
Oh, right.
At the same time, it's still tough. You're playing against PL. You're playing against a lot of like kiting supports. They're going to kite you and cause problems. So we'll see how it
Whoa.
goes.
We got a run up top. Less loud. Oh my God, is he gonna go for the courier snipe? Dude, this
Seen
play.
this in a while. No, Wraith King just moved his courier back into the
Yeah.
and
know.
they see him. They're pinging. Yeah,
Oh
they saw
my
him coming.
God, less loud. No, don't let it happen to you. Are they gonna get him?
He needs to TP soon because they're coming for him.
Yeah, he's got to get out of here. Although he does have, he can switch into tree dance if he needs to.
Yeah, old Yoda can get level Inkswell to stop this TP, and yeah, he may be screwed.
He's gonna take
got
some
the
tower
tree
shots.
dance.
Oh my God, dude, he's taking so much damage. Less loud goes down. First blood. A team on the map. Look at him go.
Boom. That is a dynamite start. I love it. A-Team already coming out, guns blazing. They were ready for the trick. They microed the Korean into the fountain. They baited him so well. Love to see it.
Damn, that was sick. All right, well, already, you know, I don't know if I would call that a disrespect play necessarily by the Monkey King, but trying to catch him sleeping and not just playing like a
Yeah.
straight up Dota game. Definitely.
Leslau loves to go for those sneaky little plays every now and then. He's kind of one of those. I kind of put him in that category of like Ice style offlanes where he's very chaotic and loves to play like kind of aggressive. And that's the exact kind of play you'd kind of see in that scenario. And yeah, A-Team ready for it, but this top lane's going to be tricky. Shadow Demon spamming the Shadow Poisons, putting a lot of pressure onto Rises.
They do have a stick at least at the beginning, but you can't sort of just sit there and passively farm. And Wraith King, not exactly the most mobile of heroes in the early going, but does appear to be getting some pretty decent farm already at the start. You know, the panel was talking a lot about really good combos coming out with the Grimstroke. I feel like this is a really strong game for Shadow Shaman. Zabo's got like a great setup as they're going to hit an LSA actually onto the Bloody Sky there. But, you know, you get double Ether Shock. It's a huge amount of damage because it's onto the big AoE. Double Hex, double Shackles. Could be really nice.
Yeah, I think they've done well to make sure they have some heroes to combo with the Grimstroke. I mean, like you say, everything. Every hero has something, really. Spirit Siphon, Wraith King, Fire Blast, you know, it's there's stuff there. I think the concern for me is going to come as far as Quinn's impact on the game compared to Prince. These two mid laners, I think there's a lot of pressure on them to kind of control the mid game, and what we've seen from Quinn so far in the DPC is scary.
True. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable saying that I would almost take Quinn over like most other mid laners in the world right now. I think he's just like really on top of his game, and if you watch him play, it's like just another level. So yeah, something to definitely watch out for, and how Prince can deal with that pressure going on early. Already a slight lead for Quinn, but not anything to write home about. All lanes actually a little bit ahead for Quincy Crew here.
Yeah, from what I've seen of the lanes, bottom lane, oh, they're gonna go on Yuar here. Fortunately, the Spirit Siphon was on the Lina. I think Yuar may be able to survive his way through regardless. But yeah, LOA's played really well in this bottom lane, aka SVG. He's managed to get that side pull off, deny a few creeps with it, and just hitting these blind LSAs and getting very efficient harass trades off. So I've definitely been impressed with SVG's laning stage so far. He gets another side pull off. This is really causing problems down bottom.
That's nice stuff. And, you know, as Jenkins was talking about, one of the few people that's playing this position 5 Lina and definitely has practice with it. You know, a couple nice things. You've got a decent stun there if you can get the setup and the right angle on it. You've got really good range for harassment. Not bad right-click damage either. It's, you know, kind of everything that you would want early out of a hero. It's just if you can hit those stuns or not.
Yeah, and that's where you need to be a Lina player who practices the hero, because the stun is not easy to land. He hits another one, and that's going to lead to a first or second blood. Actually, they got the first blood top on the monkey, so nice kill for SVG.
Very well played. Everybody getting low mid, but yeah, that action down bottom, what you want to see if you're a Quincy Crew fan, and you know, all set up by the good play from the Lina. Up top, haven't really spoken about it that much again. Rises is pressuring in, and they're trying to get a pull off, and Yoda will be able to do that right here. Connecting through that tier 1 camp as well.
4-minute rune. Quinn guesses top, it spawns bottom, which is good news for the Invoker, since Quinn kind of just pre-ran there, so if it spawned top, he was going to get it. And Quinn having a slightly better time mid, but Prince now with a couple points in quads, 3 points actually, gets a third one. He's going to be able to constantly regen up in this mid lane and hold his own.
Should be fine for sure. And, well, it's kind of interesting seeing this offlane Death Prophet. We haven't talked about it all that much, but it feels like it fits the style of how I would imagine the A-team want to play this. You play just fast around your cooldowns, easy, simple Dota, don't need to get too crazy. And, you know, if you can get out of the laning stage okay, which so far it feels like the Bloody Sky kind of has, I'm feeling okay about their state of the game so far.
Yeah, I think overall, watching A-Team play, they've had really solid, impressive laning stages, and I think there's, you know, this kind of expectation chatter that A-Team as well as 5-Man Midas are probably the 2 weakest teams, but A-Team have looked super solid in all their games, and I think they're going to actually make that kind of competitive about who gets kind of into that middle of the pack of teams. Theoretically, I could see them doing well against like a team like Black and Yellow.
Yeah, that's going to be the interesting point to watch there. I think them versus Black and Yellow, and I can't remember if they've played against 5-Man Midas. I think that they did, yeah.
I don't think neither of those teams has a win yet. So both A-Team and 5-Man Midas, like they're sitting at the bottom of the table. They're 0-3 and 0-4. It looks bad, but you look at A-Team and who they played. You know, they played 4 Zoomers, Undying, and Sad Boys. They haven't played either of those other bottom 3 teams, right? Or at least are the teams we expect to be bottom 3. Whereas Black and Yellow, they're 1 and 2, but that's because they have that win against 5-Man Midas.
Right. That makes sense. It's going to be something to watch for. Is this the team that's going to be able to sort of make it avoiding the relegation that we know is going to come from somebody eventually?
Exactly. Like, you know, on paper, it's going to be a A-Team versus Black and Yellow to determine who gets relegated, who doesn't. But before we get there, right now, A-Team's holding their own in this lane stage. Prince avoids a gank from LOA, so they're pretty much dead even in this laning stage. Really solid play from them.
They do lose Rises up top, and that was a pretty nice little blow-up that they had there. Obviously, MSS able to get involved and make some stuff happen early on, the 6 of those Shadow Poison stacks. But I think that you look at like that rotation there mid, they're going to try and do it again. This ward back behind the tower hits the LSA, and that should be another death. So a nice little pickup there as Quincy Crew, again, making the right moves, not being, you know, hurt at all by the early pressure they're feeling, and winning all 3 of the lanes.
Yeah. Still, they're they've got kind of some items and levels on A-Team, so we'll see if they start making some moves with this level 6 Invoker. I think usually you want to see the Invoker farm the urn up first, so still doesn't quite want to make those moves yet, and because he went for the boots and won first, it feels like he's going to need a bit more time before he's ready to go.
Definitely. Quinn again, keeping that pressure on, always keeping one astral step available to jump away if things get a little bit too dicey. But at least at this point, this game feeling very static. And we're just waiting for that, I guess, level 6s to come on out for some of these other heroes for when we're going to see a rotation. I don't know who really rotates on A-Team. None of their heroes do it that well, it feels like.
Yeah, and I think this is something we've seen from Zabo a lot. He almost over-rotates in the laning stage. He's often gets a bit under level. He is going to, looks like, escape with a TP out before Lina stun can come, but yeah, I think he tries to rotate and use too many smokes maybe in the first 5-6 minutes of the game. And as a result, like, we reach this mid-game, well, not really in the mid-game, we're still kind of at the end of the lane stage, but we reach this stage where it feels like he needs to make plays and he's just a little bit under level.
Right. Yeah. Not an easy one. Although we do have an Inkswell down bottom. Oh, disruption from MSS. All right, yeah, that stops all that pressure, and then even dodging the extra damage coming in from that Inkswell.
Here comes Invoker.
Well played, Prince. They were just a bit too late. Can't do it.
Yeah, and Quincy Crew doing a good job securing these runes. Quinn's gonna happily snag a double damage, and this should be a dead Shadow Shaman.
Ooh.
It does TP in.
Knuckles. X, he's already used it both. DD is out from Quinn, trying to back away. Couple more right clicks, giving his life for it, but it's not gonna matter. Quinn takes them both down. Oh, yeah. Man.
The double damage with the Astral Step just tearing them apart.
And now up top, they're going to decide to go onto MSS this time instead. Still hanging on to the disruption. Throws it back onto the Wraith King now. Is old Yoda going to be chased down by Leslau? And, well, he finds that kill. Now turns on to Rises as well. He doesn't have his level 6 scaled up, but does have it ready.
Quincy Crew just making the good moves, securing the key runes, which when you've got this like mid lane hero like a Void Spirit, rune control matters so much because this hero with an Arcane rune, a DD, even a Haste rune can make so much happen. And it just feels like Quincy understand where to make the rotations, focusing on the mid lane. They get a tier 1 tower to follow it up. That puts A-Team in a really tricky spot. This was a pretty even laning stage, and suddenly Quincy Crew with a 3 to 4k gold lead.
Yeah, it feels like as soon as things start devolving down a little bit, those moves that Quincy Crew make just are so much more potent, and you get a lot more done. And like this play right here, right? This is great for them if they can get this tower freely, but everybody is rotating bottom, and I think the Blaze guy's just gonna die. They chase in, pull him down, and he's gone. Exorcism wasted. Old Yoda gonna be chased down next as well. And they won't be able to stop the bleeding as Quincy Crew, they're smelling blood in the water.
Yeah. I mean, this is the Quinn show. He just loves to get active. Once that laning stage devolves, as you kind of point out, he's the one making sure he's involved in every rotation, every fight. This is where they start creating space for UR, who sometimes maybe doesn't have the best laning stage. He likes to play these greedier hard carries that can be pressured. He's done fantastic in the laning stage, so he's going to get farmed out of control now.
Yeah, going to be a big monster as Prince... Just barely off the mark there, almost connects. LOA in a bit too deep. They want to try and find a return kill, and, well, the question mark from his own teammate. Oh, okay, I got it.
I think both teams are lag. I mean, I've had some lag as a spectator, so I think the server's having some problems. But it looks like they're leaving LOA to die.
Is this Year Beast? Is that what I'm hearing?
The update?
Probably not.
You know, I don't think middle of your upper division DPC is the time to, drop a big patch or something like that.
I love the little talk that they got going. Well, I appear to be dead. Indeed, there's some good things going on here. They're ready to go.
Yeah, no help coming the way of poor SVG.
He throws that. Oh my God, is he gonna live?
He could deny the rune.
Can't move. Oh. Apparently, boy, this guy's having some trouble. He DCs. Okay. Hopefully he'll get back in and be fine.
Yeah, hopefully nothing too serious.
Well,
definitely Quincy in a commanding position with the free farm they've gotten on PL and Void Spirit. They'll happily lose their Lina here. Very much a let's try and get a kill and quickly and get out. But once they don't get the kill and the TPs come, you just kind of have to sacrifice your support.
And at least for now, they should be getting back into this one. Is he moving? He's moving. All right, we're good to go.
Unfortunately, still no urn.
Oh, yeah. Is anybody going for that?
Invoker just picked it up. As in, like, he didn't get urn charges for that kill.
Got it.
Because getting your first urn charges as Invoker is always, like, a kind of a key timing. You want to try and get them as soon as possible because that's really what enables you to get more kills, is having the urn charges with the Cold Snap.
Oh, we got another DC. Not sure what exactly is going on right there, but Rises, I think, caught sight of MSS briefly.
Okay. So he
And
should
he'll
be
be
able
in
to
now.
get out of there, yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's got the Radiance queued up, just the casual gloves of haste. This is the Wraith King build we used to see from Hector with the casual gloves for the attack speed to help you farm.
Feel better already.
Mm-hmm. Server kicked him out. I don't know.
Oh,
wait,
no, he didn't see MSS.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
And they killed him twice, though.
Well, they're at least going to get him once. Rises, shows up, finds MSS. Now the turn, looking for the fight. Zabo, he's got him caught here. Hexed. Didn't quite get the shackles off in time, and there's the astral step away. Oof.
Yeah, so just the reincarnation down. Still, like, it's worth killing him for the reincarnation. Obviously, not good that they lose a Shadow Demon, and a great response from A-Team, who are looking for more. Quinn gets caught by a Wraith Fire Blast, but he's got an Astral Step to escape now. But the problem for Rises now is he's very vulnerable. Without reincarnation, Quincy crew could make a dive on it.
This is a little bit scary for Quinn. Oh no, they're just going to go in onto Rises. I thought that they were going to try and turn this here, which they still can. Cold Snap onto Leslau. Quinn thinking about diving in here. They've dropped the wards even, and they will find the kill onto the Monkey King. 2 deaths for him early.
Prince was ready with a Cold Snap. I think Monkey King wanted to jump in and then pop a Wukong's, but he was just getting chain stunned and he couldn't cast it. Quinn, though, he's not done. He's back in.
And they recognize no mana on Shadow Shaman is a free and clear way to take this fight. Prince taking a ton of damage. One more stack of poison is going to be enough for the kill. They finally get enough mana there for the Hex. MSS still being chased and beaten down. Zabo trying to get away from Quinn, but Quinn will find that kill, and he still should be able to get out of this one. He's got another Astral Step in a second.
He's fine. He's just doing so much damage. Like, watching Quinn in these fights, it feels like he's kind of like, you know, if this is like CSGO, he's like kind of baiting his teammates. His teammates go in, tank some spells, and then once that happens, Quinn can just dive in. But that's how you need to take these fights if you're Quincy crew, and that's the Monkey King's role, is to go in first. He has the BKB queued up, recognizing that, and really set up Quinn for success, enable him.
They will find LOA hitting on a scan, and that is going to be a dead Lina. So some more urn charges into the coffers of the Invoker. But Quinn is back again. He's right into everybody. The Hex is there. He's maybe has gone a bit too far finally, as they will find and punish him.
Yeah, good moves from A-Team. They're just making sure they bring numbers. The concern is very much, I think, similar to some of the other games we've seen with them, where they constantly are ready to fight and take these fights, but they're kind of in this 5v4 scenario where they're holding their own, getting kills, but there's an enemy carry, in this case, Yoar's PL, that's just free farming away uncontested.
Yeah, and that really, like you said, is going to be the undoing for A-Team, unless they can keep up this pressure, take down towers, and like shut out the map, which is what it looks like they're trying to do now. So they don't have Serpent Wards. They're going to have it back up in 8 seconds, but they will have Exorcism. And maybe a counter smoke play being done by Quincy crew here as well. Let's see if they run into each other. Oh.
Saber may pop it. We'll see.
Well, they're heading
At this
in.
point, yeah, I think Quincy should have an edge here. If you let Old Yoda die and just cut your losses, I think this is good for A-Team.
And they will.
Yeah, Wraith King, I mean, that Smoke Gank was kind of intended to find the Wraith King, who still did not have reincarnation, so if they caught him farming, that would have been great. MSS gets found here under the tier 1. Nice wards from Zabo.
Really big stuff. Sunstrike going to be off the mark, but they still have Exorcism going, and Leslau TP's into this one. Still feeling like they're strong enough, and the tip comes out afterwards from MSS, saying, fine, you can take me down, see if I care. As the Bloody Sky making a little bit of a retreat. Silence comes out afterwards with the Spirit Siphon. Big jump from Leslau, tries to find the kill, and finally the Laguna Blade is going to end his life. So they don't manage to get the tower with another Exorcism and wards being used.
Space for Wraith King, but definitely a scenario where Quincy are now starting to win the fights while their carry free farms, and, you know, PL is pretty handily out-farming the Wraith King skill. Even with the Diffusal, Hood is deciding not to show up to any fights right now. I don't think he needs to show up to fights because Wraith King's not even there. Like, his item build right now is to counter the Wraith King, and, well, there's no point showing up to fights that Wraith King isn't there for anyways.
Right. That's really the big thing to watch for is, like, does he need to end up showing up to a fight anytime soon? And, well, probably not for a bit at least. But Bounty Rune going to be picked up. Meanwhile, you are on the other side. Picks up a couple of them himself. And at the 15-minute mark, it's a 6,000 gold lead with the XP right about at the same situation. So if you're A-team right now, I don't know, is there like sort of a continue doing what you're doing, wait for that Radiance play, or do you think that they need to make something happen again with like wards and exorcism?
I think fighting around your ultimates, definitely pressuring towers with the wards and exorcism, but you're close enough to the Radiance now. I imagine the discussion is like, okay, next big smoke move, let's try and involve the Wraith King.
Okay. Mid lane, they find that Death Prophet yet again. She will be fine though, on a casual cloak. Down bottom, Leslau is set up and ready to go with this one, although they do have the catapult nearby as Ryze is trying to cut this wave as well. I have a feeling they're just going to let this one go, and Monkey's going to need to figure out what to do next.
Yeah, I don't think they realize he's here. No Quelling Blade action going on. And Quincy happy to, yeah, like you say, give up a tower. They're kind of getting good trades on the top and mid side of the map. They're getting just a bit more farm out of the map than what we're seeing A-Team get. But A-Team at least is getting the farm on the right hero, which is the Wraith King.
Right.
Problem is Bloody Sky is looking mighty squishy here.
Shackles used again. Silence. Spirit Siphon. Big play with the exorcism. It's not enough. And LOA, the one that finds the kill. LSA connects afterwards. Although with the cold snap and now the Hex, this should be enough to take down the Lina. But man, it's a steep price to pay as Zazo almost goes down, but managed to get out of there.
Oh no, bottom lane, Wraith King, he's been caught.
Oh God. All right.
I think Quincy recognized while that fight was going on that most of A-Team was there, so they just say, okay, we've probably Lessa, who's been camping this bottom lane, just made the call for Quinn to TP down. All you need is that Quinn Void Spirit plus Monkey, and you can kill the Wraith King twice.
Yeah.
Important kill.
It definitely just has that feel of snowballed advantage building upon snowball advantage, and right now Quincy Crew in complete control of this game. The net worths of those cores are just skyrocketing, and Invoker and Death Prophet haven't really been able to keep up as much.
Yeah. Plus they get the Philosopher's Stone. One of the best tier 2 neutral items, perhaps the best. You always want to get this item, I feel like.
Yeah.
Every single game you play, you're hoping one of your supports can have a Philosopher's Stone.
In the meantime, the area where they can farm just becomes smaller and smaller. And trying to force them back where they can, but the ward's super deep in there. Leslau finds himself a Grimstroke. Old Yoda, I think he's going to be fine here now. Well, instead it's going to be Leslau that goes down. So again, just getting a little bit too greedy. Can they get a counterplay at the same time? The Bloody Sky going to get caught over on the triangle, and he is going to fall, but now Quinn chasing in for more. Yoda going to back out as well. So they managed to get at least one pick off for the price. Oh no, but Rises. He can't afford to go down.
Big fish.
And he will.
Yeah, he did buy his Radiance, I believe. It looks like he's got no money, so I assume that's because he bought the Radiance. But yeah, it's on his courier. So he's got the Radiance, but it's going to be tough for him. I feel like right now he can't fight because the PL, any fight he goes to, the PL's going to show up to with this Diffusal. It feels like he needs like a Blink plus the Shard before he can start fighting.
Right.
The
Again,
matchup definitely...
They catch him. Quinn. Some trouble. Oh, Cold Snap though. Saving himself for the moment. LOA. LSA comes out. Takes down Zabo in a moment. Yes, he will. As Prince tries to run away from Kryn, but they pull him back in. So they take down 2 for 1 yet again as LOA just able to run out of there. And
Prince going back in.
He takes down on the side. UR goes in. They keep fighting. Chasing for more. A-Team. They're just being completely kited around and pulled apart here.
This Wraith King could be in trouble with the PL in this fight.
Now, they did just lose Quinn's courier, and it looks like with exorcism and wards dropped in front of their tier 2s, I mean, this tower is going to be down too. They just want to not lose their outpost before that 20-minute mark.
Yeah, it's very true. Can they get it in time? There's a small window. Yawar goes in. Doesn't look like they'll get there.
Nah, can't quite get there.
Oh,
in
maybe
time.
with 2 heroes? No, they're not going to do it. Just narrowly keeping their outpost XP. Yeah, but Yawar, Manta style complete. It's going to be coming out of the curry in just a second, and this Wraith King desperately needs, I would say, Blink plus Shard to really be able to contribute to these fights.
Right. And at the pace this game is moving, it just does not feel like that's going to happen. Unless they can really slow this stuff down and, you know, find some fights where it's not everybody, you know, all in the same place at the same time. Get them picked off at various points.
Yawar runs into Rises.
Okay. He just explodes. Didn't stand a chance. They do have the Hex afterwards, but losing... Oh, and there's the lift up. They will kill off Yawar. That's a big kill for them. Now Leslau showed up, and they need to get away with the rest of the A-team here. Prince gonna go for the whip on the Bloody Sky. Meanwhile, the run back. Zabo keeping control of Quinn just to ensure that the rest of his team gets out. Bloody Sky walks back into there. That is not the play at all, and now they're gonna end up losing more than a few.
They got the banish.
And there is the LSA follow-up now. Prince trying to stop it from happening, but Quinn is right on top of him afterwards. Chase down continuing. Don't quite get the vision that they need. Dust is out, misses there on the Remnant. And they will escape with Prince, rather.
Nice job by A-Team, recognizing the PL kind of overcommitted and bursting him down, but you can really see how far ahead Quincy are by that fight. They lose that carry pretty much at the very start of the fight in a carry-for-carry trade, but you turn that into a 4v4, and Quinn as well as Leslau and the Monkey King, those two are just so far ahead in terms of itemization that, Quinn can just clean up in a fight like that.
And this is without, he has like the one defensive item in the Yules, but basically playing a completely free game at this point once those Shaman spells have been used.
Yeah. Lelis's Monkey King didn't even need to pop his BKB. He just was diving in, and they'd used so many spells to control the Void Spirit and the PL that he just had a very free fight as well. But A-Team, this is their way of playing Dota. They're going to keep running at you. They're not going to sit in their base and let you get that 30k Sad Boys-like lead. They're going to keep trying to fight their way back in. Mm-hmm. And, I think that's what they need to do. Rises on the Wraith King probably needs to farm another item or two, but the rest of the team have to try find some pickoffs.
Now, there isn't really an alternative here. Has 22 minutes in and 12k gold. Map very open right now for Quincy crew. While, again, A-Team stuck in their triangle. Down bottom, Quinn is there to push out the lane. I'm not really sure what you can do. I guess that they need this Aether Lens on Zabo before he can really even initiate. And that, Blink feels like it's going to be way too far away. Maybe an initiation with a Cold Snap or something from Invoker with a Ghost Walk in or something, but
yep.
They got to find pickoffs.
Yeah, I think Quinn is near unkillable. Like you say, a Hex without the Aether Lens is very unlikely. The Blink just not feasible. So maybe if you get him from Fog, but it's going to be Quincy crew initiating from Fog. They catch Rises up top.
Still has the mana. And doesn't actually look like he's going to end up dropping yet. And instead, it might be MSS. Good silence out afterwards, but there's the Wukong's command onto everybody, ripping them apart. They do have control with the leash there onto a couple of them, but they pull back in. Bloody Sky. The Death Prophet is going to die. And in the end, it was not enough. Zabo gets the Hex onto the real PL, but there's no follow-up. Shackles just until he ends up falling as Prince is being chased inside of his base. Tornado off cooldown in a second, gets it off, but only as he dies. And Quincy crew gonna siege high ground now. 24 minutes into this without a hero dead.
Yeah, Quincy crew just recognizing how to push their heroes to the limit. I think this is really, to me, the difference you see between the real upper echelon of teams with EG and Quincy is they're not afraid to go high ground and dive some tier 3 towers, secure key kills, and really, put the nail in the coffin. You know, they're happy to jump in and not try and accrue that massive gold lead before breaking high ground.
All right. Well, and when it's given to you like that, you know, you sort of take what's there.
Absolutely.
Aghanim Scepter completed, but Monkey King, ooh, Rise has almost caught him there. Keep going, Leslo. Gotta run away. And Quinn?
Wants this bounty room back.
Shackle? They got him.
Okay.
Oh, chase down comes. Oh, but there's the Yule Scepter lift up afterwards, and they won't be able to get the Sun Silence onto everybody. Between the two of them, they're ripping them apart. BKB comes out. Don't have any way to get away from this guy as Rises tries to retreat, but the dust was there. Zabo on the other side finds himself another angle, but only gets the Hex onto MSS as Rises is going to be banished, pulling him back in that much deeper as he is eventually going to fall. You are right on top of him. No more mana, no more nothing.
Quinn's got the backline too.
Yeah, he got Prince here in the sights, although still some good cold snap damage on the Leslau. He's got his lifesteal back up again though. The chase down on the Bloody Sky, a couple more punches is all they need. Spirit Siphon's being annoying. The Lacuna Blade's still not enough, and a couple more punches from the right clicks of LOA ends his life. You are killed Prince, and Quincy crew is still dominant.
Yeah, they just play so well together in these team fights, backing each other up, keeping one another alive, and really pushing everything to the limit, as they should be able to secure this tier 2 tower with ease. And you know, down to racks, things looking pretty grim here for A team, as Quincy crew just getting miles ahead now. 21k gold lead is looking pretty insurmountable.
Yor is going to be so huge. He's got this heart coming out to him right now, too. Oh, wait, is that right? Is that what that is? Can't tell.
I believe so,
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just,
yeah, now...
like, what do you do?
Yeah, we've seen him frontline, and he's actually killable if you get him with the silences, the hex, and whatnot. That's when he died that last fight to kill the Wraith King, but now with a heart, he can frontline, and backup is always going to arrive to save him, whether it's a defensive disruption, a stun on an enemy, a boundless strike. You know, he's pretty much unkillable now as long as he has got teammates somewhere nearby.
Yeah. Oh. Dude, Leslau is just ready to go at a moment's notice. He's always in front of them. He's got this Mage Slayer too. I love this item.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. The magic resistance benefit. He sees the ward come down, and he's going to jump in.
He did miss the boundless strike. The Hex comes out afterwards, but Quinn is all over the back line again, and they'll blow up that Grimstroke.
Just about playing around your vision. You know, I think every team knows this, but Leslau able to stay on that high ground tree, knowing the enemy don't have a ward there. The second he sees them plant it, that's when he initiates. No, they
Silence.
call Bloody Sky.
It was a good attempt to try and get the silence in the TP out, but double dust for double the fun. They take down Death Prophet.
Yep.
And everywhere they go, somebody dies.
Oh, and Rises. He thinks he sold 3 or 4 bottom, so he's like, oh, I can farm top, but instantly they TP top. They have the outpost, and Rises, well, he's looking mighty dead.
Literally, just like everywhere that they go, they're killing them. They don't have anywhere to farm. They don't have anywhere to do anything. Quincy crew just
slay.
completely all over them. Down bottom is next, maybe? Leslau's here. They're ready to go.
He sees them. So even though they don't have numbers, MSS, well, I was thinking I was going to get away from this one, but he does stick around, but here comes initiation.
Oh my god, and BKB comes out. Zabo, it was a good attempt trying to take down MSS, but they were super ready. Tries to TP out of there. MSS gets the banish. They find him. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Quinn is also killing poor old Yoda, and GG is eventually going to be called. Zabo's seen enough. Gonna have to see what they come out with in game number 2, but for now, Quincy crew completely demolished that game number 1.
Yeah, they just, you know, it's not even like they're playing with their food. They just kept on eating their food. You know, they're at the buffet going in for seconds, thirds, fourths, and fifths. They just showed no mercy on A-Team this game. 39 kills in just 28 minutes.
Yeah, true NA fashion of just filling your face at a buffet. You love to see it, man. I am impressed because I guess that's the other thing is like when you looked at the way that you know, Sad Boys played their game number 1s, it was like outdraft, into really good play, into like really conservative stuff. This to me felt like Quincy Crew never let off the aggression. That feels like the type of thing that you can replicate against top teams and still play that aggressive style and not have to like just rely upon out drafting them.
Yeah, they're drafting to their strengths and drafting well, but like you say, I don't think they're just winning games based on draft like what we see from like the PPD squads, our Sad Boys. I think they're just outplaying, outskilling their opponents. Even at 5-6 minutes in, the lanes are pretty even, but then they just like flip a switch, they make all the right moves, and just the game completely blows up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for game number 1. We're going to have to see if game number 2 will be any different, if A-Team can come out with maybe some interesting strategies. But for now, we're going to head to a break. When we come back, panel's going to break it all down right after this.